The jungling expert is very developed this time. One actually found one in the desert. The camel that should be. This not only provides high-quality protein. The soft fur also withstands the severe cold at night. Next, he began to clear the car and familiarize himself with the road. It's said that camel fat is delicious, with the attitude of giving it a try. Cut a piece right away and taste it. As a result, I just chewed twice. The greasy earthy smell is even better than preserved eggs. Sure enough, the delicious food in the desert is not for ordinary people to enjoy. And they quickly started moving the camel. Take out the water stored inside. Relieve the lingering smell in your mouth after processing the internal organs. And what's left is the fur of the tribal camels, in addition to keeping warm. In the event of a dust storm, wrap yourself up for safety. As it gets dark, they began to punch around the camel. This is to mark territory. Avoid the approach of jackals, tigers and leopards. Seems like a simple operation. In fact, it is difficult to do without two caddies of mass. Finish everything. Start preparing for today's dinner. Cut off a piece of fine tenderloin. Put it on the slate and start baking slowly over low heat. Camel meat has very low cholesterol. This will be a rare desert feast. Waited for half an hour. The barbecue was successfully cooked. It's chewy in one bite. I don't know how much protein tastes like beef, but the meat of the old camel can't satisfy Be's appetite. He wants to taste all the delicious food in the desert. Then he set his sights on a poor closed-day pig. This animal is somewhere between a scorpion and a spider. Can grow to about 15 centimeters long, but the small size. But it contains a lot of energy. I have been frantically exporting to Be's shadow. They can run about 16 kilometers an hour. But I met a foodie today. His life is coming to an end. An ancestral head and tail. The rest is all protein. Put it in your mouth and taste it. Crispy and special taste goes straight to Tianlinggai. He directly exposed the pain mass. In order to relieve the psychological damage caused by jasper beads, immediately decided to find something else to eat, for a change of taste. This is a date palm in the desert. To get the fruit above, he decided to climb a 9-meter high tree trunk with his bare hands. The date palm is quite old. The bark is harder and cracked than stone. When you reach the top of the tree, the hand has been rubbed and bleeding. But thankfully, lots of unripe date palms on it. Take one off and taste it. And he's stunned. It tasted very bitter, but even so, try to eat as much as possible, because it can supplement the large amount of vitamin C and minerals. Although the desert is the most beautiful place in the world, the hardest place to find food, but not to fill the stomach. Just eat whatever you want. Like this thing that looks like a watermelon. Be careful. After cutting, there are white melon sacs inside. If you eat it, you will not only get seriously ill, it also accelerates the loss of water from the body. But there's a silver lining to this. If you accidentally get stung by a snake or scorpion, can be applied to wounds, anti-inflammatory and antibacterial. And this stuff is also a good helper for hemorrhoids. As soon as you scrape your hands, all the hemorrhoids go away. He is not interested in this thing. He's stalking a bee. Found their treasure trove. The white strips in the hole are the hives of bees. Lord Bay is going to taste the honey. To avoid being overshadowed by bees, you have to numb them before you pick them. A fire rises in the cave. You can use smoke to eat and slow down the bees. Then grab a knife. Got a long-awaited hive. Just when you get carried away, the little bee seems to have discovered his bad intentions. Immediately folded it on the forehead. At first, he didn't care. If you fold it, you can get a big hive in exchange. It's worth it. After waiting for half an hour, the face is completely swollen into a pig's head. All eyes and nose allergies caused him to become half blind. Hunting for decades. Crocodiles and poisonous snakes are their own losers. Today it was planted in the hands of a little bee. The more you think about it, the angrier you get. He took his anger out on this giant leader. If it is replaced by before, maybe let him live. But today is different. Just put on the fire and start treating the mouth. Waited for an hour. The aroma of barbecued meat is in the nose. The baked spicy strips are delicious. It's a rare meal. The meat is delicate and chewy. It tastes like chicken. It's just that this giant cooey is probably quite aggrieved in his heart. Who is this to provoke? The kung fu of going out to bask in the sun. It becomes grilled spicy strips if you eat this. A jungler can brag to someone for 3 days when they go home, because he missed it. Ancient crickets from the dinosaur period. I can't eat hot tofu in a hurry. Just as he was about to bite, the little guy launched a counterattack. When did Grandpa suffer such grievances? An ancestral chokehold. This is the peace of mind to use the good. I thought it was a delicious meal. I didn't expect this wave of mistakes. The body odor from the ancient regions is comparable to that of bed farts. Nothing better than preserved eggs. Eat something good for a change. Follow the sound of the current to the bank of the river. Dude, I didn't expect crayfish to be produced here too. Lobster is best not eaten raw. Its body contains a lot of parasites. Consume a large piece of moss from the side, then wet it with water. Put the lobster in and wrap it tightly. This guarantees that it will not deteriorate. Put it in your backpack first. I plan to find another opportunity to cook in one pot on the way. Soon Bayi came to the volcanic area. There are boiling geothermal pools everywhere. The grass is as soft as a sponge. Extremely deceptive. If you accidentally step on a hole, it will fall and be used as meat slices. Bayi ejection starts. Jumping fast to bowling ditches. A beautiful geothermal pool appears in front of you. His heart was ecstatic. It's just a natural hot pot. Quickly take out the crayfish that has been prepared for a long time. Put them in stinky socks that haven't been washed in a year. Then send to the bowling geothermal pool. Just wait for a song. The delicious crayfish is out of the pot. Red tong fragrant. The greedy Bayi moved his index finger. Even the crunchy shrimp shells. Just the right heat. Add fat but not greasy meat. I don't know how many times better than beef. The only downside is that it has a faint sour and salty taste. Eat 7 or 8 full. Continue through the geothermal pool area. After reaching a meadow, saw a smelly dead rabbit. Although not edible, but can use him to live on vacation. These reasonably abundant eels. They also wants to try the old fishing method. No money for linen. Polished into filaments. As long as the gluttonous eel bites, the teeth that grow back will be embedded in them and cannot be extracted. The fibers of flax. The area smells of rabbit meat. Then he excitedly ran to the river to fish. Not long after, a gluttonous eel smells and comes. He was cautious. I advanced and retreated several times, but I didn't take the bait. Lord Bay had to keep moving the linen to attract him. In the end, the eel couldn't resist the temptation. Take a bite. That's cheap, jungler. Just guess by the feel. This eel weighs at least 5 kilograms. He's beautiful. The nerves that control movement. Take up a stone in the tail and smash it down. This is a rare high protein. You have to find a place where no one is there to process it. Collected a bunch of dried shellfish. Also, getting ready to live on my grandmother's cell phone. Take the battery out first. Put the blade across the positive and negative electrodes and short him. Then cut 10 miles across the surface. Metals contact oxygen to generate heat, emerging with the blessing of sparks and heat. One last breath of thick white smoke. The raging fire successfully emerged. There was a campfire. He happily cut off part of the fish. He wants to cook a broth of fish. The other part is rolled on a wooden stick and baked. Wild eel meat is sweet and fat. Bite after bite can't stop at all. I don't know how many times more protein than beef. Eat the fish and then drink the soup. Not to mention how nourishing the little days are. Supplements a lot of protein. Lord Bay went forward in the past and walked to the swamp in one breath. And trekking through water is not only difficult, it's exhausting. Saw bead glue that doesn't look good on weekdays. It's a rare delicacy for him now. Teal opened the leaves of sawbead glue. The white zinc in the middle can supplement carbohydrates, etc. After leaving the swamp, it entered the dense rainforest. The annual rainfall here is as high as 10 meters. The Yehu is soaked all over. The immediate priority is to find a place to shelter from the rain. And the big tree under this island was photographed at a glance. Ready-made roof overhead can block most of the rainwater. Just block the sides. A night in a tree is no big deal. Find some data nearby, sharpen the end and insert it into the sides of the trunk. Stack several layers. You get a hoe that leaks air and doesn't leak rain. HUA shelter. I'm going to find some wood and fire dragons to live on. Only by drying wet clothes can you rest well. With the click of the ignition stick, the ignition was successfully ignited. Then cross-stack out of the void. Expose the fire source to oxygen if you want the fire to keep burning. That's not enough. So he went out a second time looking for lumber. I just took 2 steps, attracted by a dark figure. See the protein feast. Lord Bacon no longer cared about the firewood in his hand. He rushed over with a stick. Finally caught an appendage next to a hole. This trip is full of harvest and returns to the asylum. Immediately processed ingredients, after cleaning up the inedible parts. The rest is roasted directly on the firewood. The smell of wood mixed with the smell of burnt meat. Make people drool. Wait until the meat is fully cooked. Can't wait to cut off a piece to taste. The meat is tender and delicious and chewy. Every bite makes it linger. Surviving in the wilderness. This is the taste of happiness. Junglers come and go. Caught an old hen in the jungle. On the spot, he made up for it by mistake, and Sancha took the box lunch. Pull out the feathers happily. The breast meat with the highest protein content in the whole chicken. Take it off and find some dead leaves. Light the fire, skewer the breast meat on the branches and roast it slowly over low heat. Not long after, a burnt and delicious wilderness delicacy would be fine. With protein supplementation, the pace of progress has accelerated a lot. The terrain under his feet made him feel that he had something to do. If you guess correctly, there should be water nearby. Climb over a large rock. A clear stream suddenly appeared in front of me. Lord Bay jumped down excitedly and washed his hair by the way. In the process of collecting water, constantly examine the surrounding environment. This stream should be coming out of the mountains. According to his survival experience, follow the current. There must be a way out. And within a couple of steps, we discovered the wonders of nature. Biggie carefully stretched out his claws towards the fresh water. The moment you start is quick and ruthless. Just fish the little guy up. Just pinch the shrimp tail and pull the shrimp line out. The rest is all protein. Crunch in one bite. I don't know how much protein is beef. Shrimp in the water is also a good sign. This proves that the water source is not contaminated. Don't worry, drink while walking. Soon the road was blocked by cliffs. And not far away is picking up a cloud-based cloud. We must find a way to leave as soon as possible, otherwise, the difficulty of the challenge will be doubled when it rains heavily. Biggie found a big tree next to him that went directly below. So I held him tight and slid down little by little. Suddenly a tree rested. The family heirloom broke out in a cold sweat. Fortunately, I finally found a foothold. That's how you get to the bottom of the cliff. Next he plans to cross the waterfall to the opposite bank. Because I don't know when it will dry up. Wood falls down the waterfall, so I've been carefully sticking to the left side of the rock wall. If waterfalls were just appetizers, then the next heavy rain is a hard color. Blink of an eye, and the stream became a blazing fire. Now the past is impossible. You have to take a detour. As a result, his foot slipped and disappeared into the camera. Running below is a river. Lord Bay swam forward with his backhand. When you go ashore, open your clothes and take a look. Found an extra passenger on him. He just unscrewed it and crushed it to vent his anger. That the water will be injected with an anticoagulant. Make the wound bleed. Utilize a wealth of survival knowledge. Found a wild peony nearby. Pull off the tendonous leaves at the top and chew them. then apply it to the wound. Can effectively help blood clot. Kobe soon made the same mistake. He thought the opposite side was a hillside, so he was confident and fast. As a result, the head that almost hit was blooming. He looked down and saw that his legs were still stuck in the mud. But after much hardship, I finally saw the light of day. This abandoned railway tunnel has opened up a mountain well. This way, it can save a lot of time going over mountains and mountains, but I didn't expect the terrain inside to be too low. Water over my knees. There is also a lot of soil mixed in the water. I can't see what's down there at all. Lord Bay quickly got up the spirit of 12 points. Afraid of where the snake will come from, an intimate greeting. Suddenly, a frog the size of a palm was found in the pipe. The jungler, Spizian, has been hungry all the way. I enjoyed the sashimi directly. Complete protein supplementation. Instantly become lively. Fast through the tunnel and see it's getting late. He decided to rest the night nearby before setting off. While searching for a camp, and there was a lot of bait in the stream, and on a whim, I decided to make a fishing trap. You start by splitting the bamboo. Remove the bamboo joint in the middle. Make a drain. Then the second bamboo is cut into many strips. Use a vine card to make a simple loophole. Finally, combine the drain with the leak. This allows it to be placed downstream. The current will be sharp along the pipe. If there are fish swimming nearby, it will suck down the water pipe into the funnel. Lord Bay is very confident in his trap. Just wait for the fish to fall into the net. Because it just rained. It's very humid in the woods. I had no choice but to choose a favorite tree. Prepare to build tonight's shelter on the top of the tree. This bark is incredibly tough. It is very suitable as a rope. Come to the tree with the collected materials. Find to thicker branches. Framed left and right. Fill the gaps with some twigs. Soon the comfortable nest will be completed. After a good night's sleep, wake up the next day. Immediately go and check if there is any breakfast in the trap. Bay has also considered countless possibilities. It can even accept small shrimp, but I didn't expect there to be no hair in it. He didn't believe it. I held the bamboo net and watched it for a long time before finally giving up. Can't have breakfast. You can only move forward hungry. Not long after, a wider river appears ahead. This is the best way out of the jungle. To accelerate entry, Lord Bay decided to create a shrinkage method, and there are high-quality materials on the opposite side. Dashed down with excitement, suddenly a sliding shovel fell into the mud. But it's not a waste to get bamboo. Cutting down bamboo requires as much skill as cutting down trees. Cut one first, semicircular notch, then slap the back hard. Let the bamboo fall down the gap so that it won't hurt people. And we break it up into little segments of about the same length. Throw them to the ground one by one for processing. After neatly arranged, use branches to place the front and rear ends of the bamboo valve respectively. Bind the vines as ropes. Due to the seasonal stream, long and narrow bamboo valves are more flexible, so he ditched the traditional style. Instead, two small bamboo valves are stacked together, prevent rollover, and then we use the rest of the bamboo. Make a paddle. Easy to control direction. When everything is ready, drag the bamboo valve to start. The current is fast. At this time, in addition to controlling the direction of the paddle, it slows things down. Saw a large landslide along the way, and there was silence. After drifting on the surface for a few hours, finally saw human civilization. The jungler has a treat this time. I actually caught a big catfish with my bare hands, hanging half a meter. The fat fish is still biting his hand. The spines on Fury and Becky contain toxins. Be extra careful when withdrawing your hand. You come to the shore and you shake it off. Then take advantage of his dizziness and end the fat fish's life. This heavy weight. A rough estimate of 10 kilograms starts. The fattest part of the catfish. The flesh on neither side of the spine. Lord Bay is drooling while cutting. When you get it, you can't wait to eat it. Fat catfish sashimi gets more addicted the more you eat it. After a delicious meal, Go in search of water to quench your thirst, but in a swamp, 95% of the water is acidic. Can't drink it, so he set his eyes on the sacrificial grass on the shore. Remove the scary shell. The tender heart inside is a high-quality water source, crispy and sweet in one bite. The greedy jungler carries it with him as a snack.